Surprise! Here we are back at hanging out, messing around, and geeking out. And in this video we're going to take a look at the third type of resource that you might find in a bibliography, and that's a citation to a chapter from a book. This is a little bit more complicated than either the journal article citation or a book citation, because there's basically two parts to the citation that you need to be aware of. Okay, let's jump down to the bibliography and take a closer look at the entry that begins Newcomb. Now this is a citation to a chapter from a book. And you might be wondering, why would you bother to actually cite just a chapter from a book rather than the whole book? And the answer is pretty straightforward. Usually you'll see these type of citations when each chapter is written by a different person or people, so that you want to make sure you're attributing whatever you're using as a reference to the actual author and not to the editor of a book. So let's take a look at the elements here that make up this citation. So we have actually two authors of this chapter, and they are Andrew Newcomb and Catherine Bagwell, published in 1996. And then we see the title of the chapter that they wrote, The Developmental Significance of Children's Friendship Relations, and what pages that their chapter shows up in the book, 289 to 321. Now it's that little word "in" that really is going to be the thing you're looking for that tells you this is a chapter within a larger work. So that chapter shows up in the book that's titled The Company They Keep, Friendship in Childhood and Adolescence. Then you have the editor of the book itself, W.M. Bukowski, and then the publication information. And so now we know that we have a citation to a chapter from a book. Now the thing that you need to kind of translate in your mind as you're working from the citation to actually acquiring this text is that you're going to be doing a search for the book itself, The Company They Keep, and not on the chapter name, because you're not going to be able to find that in most sources. So let's jump back to the library's website and take a look at how we actually will go about looking for this book. If you recall from our video on finding books, we're going to use the advanced search interface of All Night Search. We're going to make sure we're looking for catalog only items as parts of the title, and let's see what we can find. So indeed, it does appear that we have this book in our library collection. Again, if you take a look at the library information, it's in the basement. There's the call number that will help you find it directly, and an indication that it's not checked out. It's available on the shelves. Now, one interesting thing that can kind of verify that this is indeed the book that we want is by clicking on the title. We get some more information about this book, and many times we'll find what's called content notes, and these are usually a listing of the different chapters that appear in the book. And as I look through the chapters, I see that one of the chapters is indeed the developmental significance of children's friendship relations. So that's what I was looking for. So if I can get my hand on this book, I'll turn to that page, and voila, I've been able to identify a bibliography item as a chapter, and I actually have that chapter ready to read. Piece of cake, right?